Alrighty guys, good morning, welcome to another video. Today is going to be a huge day for me in terms of running, in terms of marathon prep, in terms of how I feel. So today's Saturday, it's August 9th. I haven't ran in about 13 days. The plan is tomorrow I'm gonna run a 8.5 mile run, day one, week one of my 12 week prep for this marathon, right? Before we go ahead and do the 8.5 miles, I want to just see if I can do 2, right? So the goal today is we have the shoes on. Feels so good to lace them back up. It feels amazing to have the running shoes back on. But we're gonna go ahead and do a good warm up here. A bunch of hip movements, calf movements to make sure I don't get hurt. Don't want to get further hurt. And the goal is just a 2 to 3 mile run, super slow, 9.5 minute pace. Nothing crazy, literally just seeing if I can do it without pain. So that's the move this morning. It's currently 64 degrees. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and rip 2 miles, and this will determine the rest of my weekend, the rest of the year. So yeah, let's go ahead and get after it, and I'll catch you guys halfway during the run or even after the run. Let me go ahead and get into these warm-ups here so I don't hurt myself. All right, we are at 0.9 miles, just about a 9-minute pace. So far, no pain. We'll see how we feel. I'm gonna do a 5K, just to get the feet back under me. That should give me enough time on my feet to really kind of settle in and see what's going on. All right, we are at 2.3 miles left. We got 0.9 left. First mile was like a 9 pace. Second mile was like 8:45. Third run's probably gonna be about 8:45 too. So far, no pain. Slight tension. Like I know something was there. So far, nothing. So finish up this 3.2 miles. Give you guys a final review. All right, good news. We were able to finish a run without any pain. Slight nagging, just a little bit of a pulling, kind of like on the piriformis glute area. But yeah, we did a 5K, 8:59 pace. Heart rate is a little bit higher than normal. I've been running, so I'm lighter though. I'm about 3 pounds down over the last 2 weeks, which is good for the body overall. But yeah, so easy 5K. I'm gonna do a lot more stretching, something I just haven't always kind of neglected in the past. So we're gonna do a lot more stretching here inside. Gotta work today, and then all about, personally for me, I'm still gonna mentally prepare for that 8.5 mile run tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully this weekend goes well. That was the first test of many, so I think we passed. There's still slight concern, but I think for the most part we're rocking and rolling. So go in there, stretch it out, take the rest of the day kind of easy, and then crush a nearly 9 mile run tomorrow. All right, don't mind the stains right here if that pops up. I wanted to hop on here and just kind of talk to you guys for a few seconds. Let me go ahead and adjust this camera so I think I can get a better angle. All right guys, so I wanted to just sit here and chit chat for a second. I know this isn't the best angle. This isn't like the most exciting video, I guess. I don't know. I wanted to talk about something that it's something that's kind of entered my life lately. Just want to spend a few minutes chatting about it. So if you guys have been following me for a while, I've posted pretty much every aspect of my life between now and 4, 5, 6 years ago. And if you know me from Call of Duty, like I've been posting even back then when I was like in high school, 15, 16 years old. And ever since I started YouTube and I started social media, I've been kind of out of the faith, right? I've been out of religion. I haven't been practicing at all. I can't remember the last time I went to church. I went to church on Christmas a couple years ago. Just a little bit of background information on me. I was brought up Roman Catholic, right? Large family. My mom's one of 8, right? Irish family. My dad's one of 3, smaller family. My grandmother on my dad's side still practices faith. She's still in the church every day. She's in her 80s. My grandma, my mom's mom, she passed away, but she was front pew every single Sunday or every single Saturday evening. She would get there, she would talk to the priest. I would go with her occasionally. She loved it when I was there, and she loved it. And she would always make me talk to the priest. She said, my grandson is sinning, priest, Father Hill. And I never really paid attention to it. And at the time, it just felt like what you did. And I took it for granted. I didn't understand what the benefit was from faith, and what the benefit was from religion, and what the benefit was from being a Christian, and what the benefit was from having 10 commandments and having a arrow to live your life, right? Having these rules that you should not gossip, you should not steal, you should not commit adultery, you should not murder, you should not idolize anybody else besides Jesus himself, besides God himself. And, I think from 13 to now, for 15 years, I've just been living a life going for things that were not based on religion, money, career, and these things that they're fulfilling, right? They are fulfilling, but they're kind of empty. And I had this moment recently, this past week, where I was able to I made a lot of money in my biggest paycheck of all time, like by far. And it was two things happened. Two things happened. I want to dive into the first thing. I was struggling at work. I was super busy, super stressed, just a lot of things going on. And I basically texted Rachel, and out of nowhere, she said, turn to Jesus, pray. He'll help you, he'll guide you. And we've always had a mutual understanding that we are both faithful people and religious people. And I just, but that was not, I was not expecting that. That was not the expectation at all. And when she said that, it really, it kind of opened the door to me. I was like, damn, I need to do that. I need to do that. Why am I not doing that? Of course I'm stressed and I'm anxious because I have all these external life stressors. I have these career stressors. I have these financial stressors. I need to give some of that to Jesus himself. I need to look at something more powerful than me. And that kind of started it, right? And she sent me that message, and I was I'm not going to put the screenshot, it's on TikTok, but I basically said thank you. She didn't have to do that. I don't know why she did that. I haven't even asked her why she did that. I probably should. But that was about a week ago, and then 2 days ago on the 7th, August 7th, I got that paycheck, and it was a huge paycheck, and it felt good for a few minutes. But then it didn't feel bad. It just didn't feel anymore. I was able to pay off my credit card in full. I was able to, put a good amount of money investing. I hit a huge milestone for investing, something that I think most kids my age would die to do. Those who idolize money like I have for so long. And I hit the investment portfolio to a certain number that was just so amazing. And then I was able to pay off my credit card, plus put extra money into my savings. And it just didn't hit. It just didn't hit. It didn't hit at all. And I realized, holy crap, I got to make a change. So within the past, I would say 2 weeks, I've been making that change. Within the past week, I have a Bible next to my bed. The goal is to read at least one part every single night, one passage every night. I've been listening to nonstop YouTube videos about faith, and I'm finding this new enlightenment within myself. And this sounds crazy because I made fun of people like this years ago. But I think what happens is I'm 28 years old now, and I'm with somebody who respects and idolizes Jesus and God, and she puts that above everything. And she even knows that, like, you and me, I can't live a life without having some worship towards God himself. And between that and then, like, actually hitting my financial goals now, like, and feeling that emptiness, even though it was for a second, I could just see where that goes. Like, I could see where that progresses. That progresses to hollowness. That progresses to emptiness. And I could see that. So basically what I'm saying is I'm going to start talking much more about my faith, much more about Jesus, much more about God, much more about what I'm reading, and doing explanations about it, because I know I don't want to, I mean, I don't care. I'm going to be that guy. But I just think it's something that I want to talk about, right? So you can expect that from the YouTube channel. I want to talk more about my faith, more about religion, more about God, more about Christianity, the 10 Commandments specifically. I'm trying to wrap my head around those right now. It's hard. It's a lot. On surface level, it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you really dive into it, it's a lot. And it's powerful and it's strong. It's very strong. So yeah, between the running and that, I'm going to be very vulnerable, and I'm going to talk. And if you like it, I'm happy. And if you don't, that's okay too. There's plenty of other channels out there, but I'm going to be spending more time on that. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about that. I got to get going to work. Got a few clients this morning. But thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll see you guys later in this video.
Alrighty guys, good morning. It's 4:48 a.m. Sunday morning, and we have our first long run of this 12-week program. So I guess we're back. Hopefully this goes well. We'll see. But yeah, it's currently 4:48. Like I said, we have an 8.5 mile run. We're gonna go probably start the run around 6. So we have about an hour 15 before the run starts. So I'm gonna try to get in about 40 carbs here and have a cup of coffee. So we're gonna have a slice of this cinnamon honey sourdough that Rachel made, homemade, and then put some honey on that, and then have a cup of coffee with some water. And that's gonna be the pre-run meal. Let me go ahead and show you guys what it looks like. Alrighty guys, this is Brave. She says hello. But we have 140 grams of sourdough, honey cinnamon sourdough with some honey on it, and then a cup of coffee here with some creamer. And this is the goodies I got yesterday. These things are deadly right here. They're not for run. For self-sabotaging. Look at those. Woo. Look at that cupcake right there. Oh my. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up right here. Have this right here. I did throw a little bit of salt on there for extra electrolyte. And then we will go use the restroom, and then hopefully this run goes as well as I'm anticipating. I did have my lowest morning weigh-in in a while. It's like 218 on the dot, so that's super good, super solid. But yeah, we're gonna get out there and rip some miles. 8.5 miles is a goal for today. Give a solid warm-up before we get going, and take the canes out there, and then change out into the New Balance running shoes for the actual run.
I feel like this quality is horrible in the morning, but there's something about a morning that just, I don't know, just screams progress. Yeah, it's awesome. It's beautiful. I'm gonna stop at 7-Eleven, get a little electrolyte drink, and then we're gonna hit the trail running 8.5 miles. I also have the workout uploaded to my Garmin watch, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, let's go ahead and get after it, boys. Let's get after it. Alrighty guys, so we got a few things here. So I'm out of Element, which is like the electrolyte brand that I like to use. I like to pop those powders in my water, so I don't have those. So instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this Gatorlyte Zero right here, which is 490 milligrams of sodium. And then I have this other electrolyte one, which is also 490 milligrams of sodium. This one's actually different. This one has 12 grams of carbs. So I'm gonna actually throw this one into my carry bottle that I use, and then drink as much as this one prior to the workout. So between these two, that's awesome. It'll fit in the cup holder. That's really good. Nice, good job. Way to go, Gatorade. But yeah, so about 980 milligrams of sodium there. I ordered the electrolytes. Those should be here tonight, hopefully. And then I also got one other thing I want to show you. It's like a little pre-run snack that I'm going to be consuming. Not for this run, obviously. I don't have it. It didn't show up in time from Amazon, but I'm going to try to show you guys that in the video. So let's get out. I got to stop talking. I'm going to get out there, start the run, warm up. Sun's coming up. Feels so good to be back in the saddle again with running. So let's do it. Alrighty guys, so we are quarter mile with 8.25 left to go. Did a little warm up, see how I feel. I'm excited about this run. Got that blue Gatorade in here. I forgot my gel. There's nice and cool outside, so we should be fine. But yeah, it's a big run for me. It's a good test just to see what my hip actually is. If it's good, then we can keep ramping it up. If it's not, by the end of this hour 20 run, it's back to the lab for rehab. So let's go ahead and just shut up and put some miles on the legs. All right, guys, 4.34 miles down, more than halfway, feeling good, slight tug, but nothing nearly as extreme as it was before. So mile 6, so I'm gonna check back in because usually that's where it's breaking down before, so I'll let you guys know. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and just get into that. So that was 8.5 miles, 8.5 miles, I think like a 9-minute pace, maybe between 8:55 and 9:05 pace. I haven't checked yet. Heart rate was about 153, so felt solid on that side. In terms of fitness, definitely out. My fitness has gone down slightly. I'm nothing like I'm extremely concerned about, but it has gone down just a little bit. In terms of the run felt good. Now I'm not gonna lie, mile 5 to 6, the pain was sneaking in just a little bit. But actually, when I sped up, it felt easier. And I don't know exactly what to make of that. Maybe I gotta do some research on my own. But for the most part, we felt solid. Like I can walk on it without limping, which is incredible. This time 2 weeks ago, I couldn't walk. I mean, I could, but it was like it was too painful. And I was definitely limping everywhere I went. So I wouldn't say we're 100%, but I would say we're at a point where I can continuously train as long as I'm very, very proactive with my off days, being off days, like not doing 2 hours on the treadmill walking, just like literally doing nothing, and then doing my rehab on those days, right? Taking care of myself, keeping my glutes strong, keeping my hips strong. I think we can push these next 12 weeks. I think we can get where we need to be. So I'm happy. I feel really good about that. Obviously, I wish there was no pain, but that's not the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation is you're going to feel pain in any sport. I felt pain when I played baseball. I felt pain doing anything, weightlifting, bodybuilding, and now I'm feeling a little bit of pain on the hip. But it's manageable, which is the main thing I'm concerned about. So that's the plan. That's the run at 7:40 a.m. I had to go home. I actually do have to go into work today at 11. Not ideal, but whatever. It is what it is. And yeah, so let me go ahead and shut this clip down, and I'm gonna finish up a little bit later in this video. But yeah, thank you guys for watching that run. Alrighty guys, we are done with the vlog. I'm gonna just show you guys a few things real quick here. We're gonna go ahead and have 2 bagels sandwiches real quick. These are from Naval Bagels, which is a local bagel place in Annapolis. We got a crab bagel, and then we got a southerner bagel. The southern bagel is, I think, like bacon, cheese, and egg. I had to shoot a TikTok video, so it's kind of already open here. This is just on a plain bagel. These are gonna be my big meals for the day. So bacon, egg, and cheese here. All right. Oh, the top came off. Damn. There we go. All right. Boom. Look at that. Oh boy. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Yeah. So we got that one, and then we got this is the big one. This is the crab one. I got this on an everything bagel. Oh yeah. So this one is, I'm in Maryland, right? People love crab in Maryland, so we have right there. Boom, look at that. Crab, cheese, and egg. So that's the video, that's the vlog, guys. I was nervous to make this one. I was excited to make this one because it's the first video back after the injury. I'm happy that I'm feeling better. I feel like I can complete this marathon prep, which is the thing I was most concerned about. So yeah, thank you guys so much for liking. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next week on the new vlog.